Hello YouTube, Fishing99 here, and I am going to be explaining some annoying cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I figured I would start off with one of the most annoying cards that's actually in my collection, and it is Neo-Spacian Grandma. This card here is annoying because not only is it extremely weak, and it's a 3-star, but it's for the effect of this card. Because when you or your opponent attacks this card, you can activate the effect and it sends that card back to the owner's hand, including Neo-Spacian Grandma, which will go back to your hand so you can reuse it again. This card here can get over a lot of stuff, especially Zen mains, and I did this the other day on Dueling Network against some type of anti-meta deck that he had, and he summoned Zen mains using the most obvious of choices, double tour guide, and on my draw phase I top decked this card. So I got over Zen mains very quickly without having to worry about losing one of my strongest cards on the field. Another way to get over this card, and it's another annoying card that people seem to forget about, is Skill Drain. Skill Drain gets over this because this turns to a normal monster. Even though his effect activates, it is still negated. The reason I say this is because Skill Drain's effect is their effects can still activate, but they are negated while on the field. Monsters that activate in the graveyard, however, are still activated as they are no longer under the control of Skill Drain. Another card that is really annoying is, well, I find it somewhat annoying, but my friends find it extremely annoying because I abuse this effect a lot. Stardust Dragon. You Dark Bribe something that I really need to destroy with an MST. You Dark Bribe that MST, I negate destroy it with Stardust, and I still destroy your face down, or the card that I targeted. It also works great against Zen mains because Zen mains can only use this effect once per turn, and you can negate its effect and destroy it. So when it goes to negate it, all you have to do, well, when it goes to destroy it, all you have to do is ditch this, and Zen mains loses that XC material, and it can't use that effect again that turn. So it's pretty much safe for another turn, and it's also out of XC material, so at the end of that turn, Stardust comes back again, and then Zen mains is just a sitting target unless they add another card that would allow it to have another XC material. Another annoying card, real quick, is Red Dragon Archfiend. This card here is annoying for both sides, as if you have Neo-Spacian Grandma in face down defense, and you summon this, and you do not attack with the mole is destroyed. However, you attack with this, and you attack a defense position monster on your opponent's side of the field, you destroy all defense position monsters your opponent controls. Really good field control card, even though it has a risky effect. And it's still good, but another card that people find, that really don't find annoying, even though it has an annoying replay action effect, is Utopia. I'm going to use two random cards, and I know that their levels don't match, and they don't match his rank, but still. Just say you overlay with two monsters. I'm going to use Ubellum and Colossal here. So you have them overlaid. Your opponent attacks. You detach one. Your opponent attacks again. You detach the other one to negate it. Then they attack one more time. You only have him left on the field, and he's the only monster on your field. He's destroyed due to his own effect and causes a replay. This card is very annoying even though you can negate 2 attacks, because that replay allows your opponent to attack again with the exact monster that they just used to destroy your Utopia by targeting it for the attack. Meaning, if they use a Blue Eyes, and just say they have 3 Blue Eyes and they attack all three times, that last Blue Eyes can attack again after this one's destroyed and deal 3,000 points of damage. So you have to be careful when you're playing Utopia, and I do mean extremely careful, because if you do not have 3 on the field at once, you are screwed. Because even though it's targeted for the attack, and it's going to be destroyed and it does cause a replay, you can still negate their attack at the exact same time. Meaning that even though it's targeted, it's not, their attack is still negated. So it's still somewhat good. Another few cards, and I'm going to look through my deck real quick, that people would find annoying is a few of the more advanced staple cards that people started using recently. The most annoying card that I find, especially for XC decks, is Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. The reason is you cannot Mirror Force this card, because you can just banish its targets and you bypass Mirror Force with him. However, if you activate Mirror Force, your other monsters are still destroyed when they are in attack mode. Then Galaxy Eyes comes back at the end of the battle phase, and if it banished an XC monster, it gains 500 for each material left on it, which isn't bad, but still good. Next card is kind of one bout like Mole, but a little bit better defense, even though nothing goes back to your hand. Snowman Eater. Place this card here in defense, has 1900 defense, 0 attack, destroys 1 face-up attack position monster. Well, 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. It is still a good card, just because a lot of monsters that people normal summon have 1900 or less, especially Thunder King. So it can be extremely good against a lot of stuff. It is very annoying though, because it would make you have to waste your Stardust effect or a Divine Wrath to kill it, even though it's being flipped. Another card that people would think is annoying, and I've won with this card many times due to somebody trying to do an OTK on me, especially like they did the other day against me on Dueling Network. I was fighting 2 Evil Hero Dark Guys, both with 5,100 attack apiece. I allowed the first one to go through, and I didn't have nothing on the field to start with. So I summoned Gores, and I get the token with 5,100 attack, and my opponent refused to re-attack with the second one, because when he attacked, I summoned Gores. I was more or less summoning Gores on the first attack. And he quit, so when my turn came around, I set Gores into defense mode, and then I set the card I drew, which was Mirror Force, and set it face down. And then I set a monster in face down defense, and that was pretty much game for him. And that's all the time we have for right now, and I will be doing another episode of this in the upcoming days or in a few hours. Fishy99 signing out.